How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we have some big news on several female stars returning to WWE, big plans for Kevin Owens, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have the ratings for SmackDown and AEW Rampage. So according to a new report from Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, Friday Night SmackDown on FS1 drew 835,000 viewers with a .23 in the key demo rating, and AEW Rampage drew 378,000 viewers with a .12 in the key demo rating. So it looks like both shows suffered a pretty big drop in viewership, with SmackDown's move to FS1 and Rampage going up against the World Series. Next up, we have some backstage news on Emma's return to WWE. So following her match against Ronda Rousey on Friday Night SmackDown, new details have now come out regarding Emma's status with the company, because according to a report from the Wrestling Observer, Emma's return match on SmackDown was not just a one-off appearance, because she has signed a full-time deal with WWE. In addition, the Wrestling Observer also noted that Emma will be a part of the Blue brand moving forward. Next, we have some news on big plans for Kevin Owens. So according to a report from WrestleVotes via Louis Dangor of Give Me Sport, WWE originally had plans for Kevin Owens to continue appearing in Bloodline segments, with the end goal being for Owens to be paired up with Sami Zayn. However, due to Sami Zayn's popularity with the Bloodline, those plans have been pushed back for now. So it looks like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will end up teaming up against the Bloodline sometime down the line. Next up, we have some news on plans for even more WWE returns. So according to a new report from Fightful.com, WWE is interested in bringing back several women to the company. Fightful.com also reported that one of those names is former NXT star Tegan Nox, who got released by WWE last year due to budget cuts. So aside from Tegan Nox, it looks like fans could expect to see even more familiar faces in WWE very soon. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. Starting off with our first topic, we did talk about the ratings for Friday Night SmackDown and also AEW Rampage. And according to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, he did report that Friday Night SmackDown drew 835,000 viewers, and AEW Rampage drew 378,000 viewers, and both shows did see a pretty big drop in viewership. For SmackDown, they dropped because they moved to FS1, and also AEW Rampage was going up against the World Series, so both shows did see a pretty big drop in viewership. The next story that we talked about was some backstage news on Emma's return. And according to the Wrestling Observer, they are reporting that Emma's appearance, her match against Ronda Rousey on SmackDown, was not just a one-off appearance, because she has signed a full-time deal with WWE. In addition, the Wrestling Observer also reported that Emma will be a part of Friday Night SmackDown moving forward. So very good news for Emma, because in my opinion, I thought that she had a ton of potential prior to her release, but now that she's back, hopefully WWE will have something interesting for her. The next story that we talked about was big plans for Kevin Owens. And according to WrestleVotes, they are reporting that WWE originally had plans for Kevin Owens to continue to appear in the Bloodline segments, with the end goal being for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to become a tag team once again, so then they could face the Bloodline. However, due to Sami Zayn's popularity with the Bloodline, those plans have been pushed back for right now. However, it does look like eventually Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be teaming up against the Bloodline. But hopefully it's not soon, because I have really enjoyed seeing Sami Zayn alongside the Bloodline. It's been very funny, and I think that many people are looking forward to seeing what Sami Zayn does with the Bloodline every every Friday on SmackDown. The next story that we talked about was WWE interested in bringing back even more WWE stars. And according to a report from Fightful.com, they are reporting that WWE is interested in bringing back several women to the company. And one of those names that has been talked about backstage is former NXT star Tegan Nox, who was released by the company last year due to budget cuts. So it does look like WWE is interested in bringing back even more released stars from the company, and it appears like they are wanting to get back some women who were released due to budget cuts and things like that. So Tegan Nox is one name that has been discussed. And in my opinion, I really do think that Tegan Nox will end up returning to WWE, especially now that Triple H is in charge. So with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.